the highest caliber of advice. Let's see, hit this button. And we have ourselves a commercial. Okay, that sound. Okay, that's a sound check.
That's something.
Oh,
What did you do? Why do you
Why
do
do
these
you
things?
do that?
I didn't touch it. I didn't touch it.
You did. So Dice-A-Rama is going to be a little bit different tonight. So by entering Howdy, you're going to get entered into the Dice-A-Rama. So Charlie, Nay, DW, you are in Dice-A-Rama list. GW rules hold. Give me a howdy. Type in a howdy if you want to be entered into the Dice-A-Rama tonight. Do not enter a number. Instead, I need a howdy from you because there's only going to be one winner tonight. So be sure and enter a howdy. Lord Grumpus is on here. Thank you so much. Neil is entered. Scott is entered. Damien gives me an oh howdy. That'll count. How are my Vikings coming along, Damien? What else were you working on? The Peter Pan stuff. Red Mist. Howdy means you're packing in Texas. Saw that in another video. Howdy. Packing what, sir? No, don't tell me. It's a family show. Pete's done. Good. I was worried about Pete Kettle. What?
Nothing. What? Nothing.
What? Don't forget to enter a howdy if you want to be entered into. Type in a howdy if you want to be entered into Dice-A-Rama this evening. There will only be one winner, so we can't do the normal sort of thing. And then we'll still roll a dice to determine, the recipient of the howdies. I feel like I should clean my glasses. I'm going to do that. We got plenty of time. Think we should wear our new lab coats tonight? We got new lab coats, everybody. We got brand new lab coats today. So
for reasons.
This one's mine here. The one with extra girth. So we got extra lab coats. So we went to the Oklahoma City Zoo after we took Max to the Children's Hospital in Oklahoma City. We went down to the, he had a CT scan. So we type in a howdy, boys and girls. Type in a howdy if you want to be entered into the Dice-A-Rama of love this evening. That looks like can't see. Is that a SpongeBob? Will be dominant in the NFL. Okay, Will. Oh dear. Thank you, Will. Thank you, Willie. Be sure to enter a howdy, and we're going to go officially live in a little less than 1 minute. I said it twice. Do I get 2 entries? No. Bri G gets a howdy in. GW Rules gets a howdy in. Very nice. Manny Marino gets a howdy in. Nay, let's see. We got a lot of fun stuff to go over tonight. Got a couple big, things that are going to go on. Marty Devine, get us a howdy in if you want to be entered into Dice-A-Rama. We'll do Dice-A-Rama at about 8:15. So be sure and type in. Don't give me a number tonight. Just type in a howdy.
Howdy.
Okay, so I cleaned that. And you plugged it in. Is it working? Look at my little lockers. I like these little things like this. I think these are adorable. Look at that. How would you guys like to have some of these? Well, that's what we're going to give away tonight. That is what we are giving away tonight.
Spoiler alert.
Not mine. Not mine. No, sir. No, ma'am. Not giving mine away. I learned that a long time ago. I stopped giving like the stuff that I like actually paint. I don't even want to sell like stuff that I paint because I always regret it afterwards. Put too much work into it to give it away. Isn't that awful?
No, I don't think that's awful.
All right, all right. We have officially gone live 1 minute ago. So I guess that's when I am supposed to say something along the lines of,
Hey, I'm Dave. Welcome to Pulp Valley.
and
Don't forget to like and subscribe. You ought to be.
and who am I with tonight?
World's most dangerous Bessy.
There you go. That's the entire program. Such horrible memories of what? Such horrible memories
Maybe
of what?
lockers, school.
Oh, of lockers. Let's see. They need to be painted in school puke green. I have that. I do have school puke green. I went with gray. I always figured, a nice, gray locker feels like home to me, whatever that means. Did you get William Schmidt Matsu with a howdy? So for the dice-a-rama tonight, we are still going to roll the dice, but there will only be one winner. So if you want to be on the list, enter a howdy. Put a howdy into the chat. Howdy from Luis. Lewis, very good. Thank you so much. I still paint for cash. Very nice. I can't charge to paint anymore because I'm blind in one eye and I can't see out of the other one.
No, you have your handy dandy other glasses.
Oh, that's right. I have my magnifying
We don't need to scare
glasses.
people.
I wear these when I paint now.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Everyone look away.
So that's my those are my painting goggles. Or when I'm doing practically anything that I actually need to be able to see. Let's see. So I was working on a whole slew of things from the basement stuff, and I did little tiny videos about most of the stuff. So there was the Wayside Shrines, the cool little Japanese ones, got those ready. I thought I could use those in a lot of different stuff. I think I could even use something like that in the Vice Alley campaign on certain scenarios. I think I could kind of fit some fun stuff like that in there as well. Don't forget to type a howdy in the chat if you haven't already, not multiple howdies. So type a howdy in the chat if you haven't already, just so you can get into Dice-a-Rama. And the one thing I guess that I haven't finished, well, I just got these done. I wanted to show you these. So I'll probably do a little video about these, but I got 4 of these lockers done and I realized how many more do I really need? I got 4 of them done and I just figured, you know what? I think I'm going to call that enough. And I think I'm going to stop at that. But you know what? I still have more. I still have another 4 because the package comes with 8 lockers. It comes with 8 lockers. So it has 2 that have these long doors like this, and then 2 that have these split doors, like this unit here has 6 different mini lockers there. So I got 4 of these things, and I figured that was enough. But what am I going to do with the other 4? What am I going to do with the others?
I know.
What?
You're going to give them away.
You are correct. You are correct. So that's what I want to give away tonight. That's what I would like to share with you guys. You guys, is that cool? You want some lockers? And you can paint them up, puke green or school colors or whatever you want to do with them.
Shorts.
Whatever you want to do. So there will be one winner tonight. There will be one name drawn from the hat. The dice of doom will determine, and we'll roll that at about 8:15 or somewhere in there.
10 minutes on the dot.
In about 10 minutes. Bessy's quite the stickler for that sort of thing. So I thought that would be fun. Somebody out there is going to get my other four lockers, and you can put them together and use them. Hinchman lockers, exactly, where you could dash in there and change clothes. And I think they actually do make really good plot points, especially if you're doing like a stealth mission where you're supposed to sneak in and get a disguise. That's a perfect place to like sneak in and find a locker full of fake mustaches. So, yeah,
Flawless.
that was a flawless disguise. I didn't even recognize you.
I don't even know you.
I don't even know you. So that's what we're going to give away tonight for Dicerama. So we only got the one prize to give away, but I've been working on a bunch of these fun. Batman had a locker. Well, yeah, Hitchfin Local Union 666 demands lockers. You are correct. They insist on only the finest lockers.
I've heard that.
Do need somewhere to change after clocking out. Yeah, out of their butterfly costumes. Um, Okay, so what else are we going to go over? So, things for the basement, I think, has a bunch of really cool little things like that. And they don't send me anything free. I'm only talking about them because I think they're worth talking about. So, one of the weird things, and if you ever go over to the Things for the Basement web store, it's kind of confusing, or at least it confused me because I'm not that bright. But when you go over to their website, you want to find where it says store and click on that. That's the easy part there. And then it comes up with a bunch of icons. And the icon that you want to click on is the one that says Wargaming Miniatures. See, when I think of Wargaming Miniatures, I think of figures like characters and things like that. But that's what Jorg miniature buildings, I guess, is the broader scope of the idea. So when you click on Wargaming Miniatures, that takes you into a bunch of his stuff that he's made. And then he has a section of just like really nice terrain pieces that are kind of pricey, but definitely worth it. And then he has a button next to it called Buildings on a Budget. And that's where I click. I click on the buildings on a budget. And then you almost have to go through a lot of his different stuff because he's got some cool stuff in his German village set that I've used. He's got some cool stuff in his Feudal Japan series, in his industrial series. As all you go through all of his different buttons, you can find stuff that's pretty cool on there. His accessories and on and on. So worth kind of going through there and scoping out. And I just love the prices. I love picking up a little pack for $6. You know, uh, up to around $12 or so. Donald Lovejoy gives us a howdy. Don't forget, here in about 6 minutes, we're going to roll the Dice of Doom, and it's going to give us Dicerama name. And so if you want to be included in Dicerama tonight, be sure and give us a howdy, and that will get you entered in. Anywho, they do some really nice stuff like this factory too. I really like that. Is it US based? Yes. Things for the Basement is US based. Fun stuff. He's up there in Maine or Connecticut or Vermont. One of those places up there. Oh my goodness. Did you guys hear that at home? The rafters here were rattling. So
I
that's
have
a
allergies.
that's a Things from the Basement building right there. Really nice. I like it. Now, he told me that in some of his more recent kits, he does do movable doors, and which I like. I like movable doors. So if you go around here, you can see this is a cool looking kit.
This is really cool.
Now, this is the least expensive, of course, because that's always what I buy. The least expensive of his factories. He has two other factories that that are quite a bit larger than this. And yeah, really, really cool. So, yep, they are US based. You know who isn't US based?
Who?
Sarissa Precision. So I got a couple new buildings from Sarissa Precision, and I'm working on those. So I got the fire station. I thought that would be a cool add-on, and I also got the commercial building. So that's pretty cool too. And I don't know, their instructions are pretty sparse. You know, look at that, like a one-page instructions. Um, yeah, you get what you get with this, but you know what? It looks like it is adequate to the job. So I think one of the weird things, and I don't know how you guys deal with this or if you do or not, but I find it interesting that they number the pieces, but they are not actually numbered. Like the pieces on the MDF, they're not numbered. I mean, you don't have a reference for that. I guess they're just doing that to reference the instructions,
Mm-hmm.
but gosh, I don't know. As a long time, you know, a lifelong
Not reader of
model
instructions.
modeler, modeler, fine scale models, ma'am. Um, you know, I always look for those numbers to reference to make sure I'm putting the right piece in the right place. And yes, of course, I do not actually bother reading the instructions. I'm very much a picture person, so I just look at the pictures and go, "Oh, okay, put it there." Oh,
Oh, we have to take the whole bed apart so we can do this one thing we didn't do.
man, I bet y'all's wife, she doesn't hold things against you for years and
It hasn't
years,
been a year yet. I can still
years,
call it.
years and
It hasn't been a
years
year
and
yet.
years. We're officially going to do the Dicerama in about Tres Minuto. And somebody out there is going to get a lovely set of lockers. What you do with them from there is up to you. If you have joined us late, Briscasa, I'm looking at you.
No, they're on there.
Oh, okay. All right. Allergic to being
Bullied
bullied
by
by Dave.
you.
Oh, no, she isn't.
I have sniffles.
Got the sniffles. So if you haven't already, if you're on here right now, if you are lurking on here right now and you have not already said howdy, you're almost out of time. Type in howdy into the chat so that Bessy can add you to the list
Of doom.
lists. I've had to do some light carpentry on these MDF kits, but sometimes I just go, geez, not very clear. Yeah, yeah. Lord Grumpus, I would agree with you. I have made a few changes on a couple of the Sarissa buildings because of the way I do my sidewalks. So I, but anyway, yeah, little things like that. I was still dumbfounded. How much time do I have to rant about this? Less
1
than a
minute.
minute. I was still dumbfounded that there's not stairs. Like it's a second story building. It is this first floor and there's a second floor. It's a fire station. There's even a hole to jump down, you know, from the second story. There's not a pole, mind you. There is no pole. There's just a hole in the floor. But there's no stairs. And I just it boggles me. Like how do you guys play that? How do you play it when there's no stairs and you want to go to the second floor? I guess all I could figure out is you just have to put a counter somewhere in there and say, this is the magic teleporting button. And when you touch this blue counter, it magically teleports you to this button on the second floor.
Hmm.
You know, I don't know. That's all I could figure out. I was thinking about making stairs. I used to scratch build stairs. Got to have them in a game. Now I 3D print them. Yeah. See, I was thinking about scratch building one. Some. It's not like I haven't scratch built a bunch before, but that, um, yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to scratch build them. So, I guess I'm going to use the teleporting button motif. It just say the stairs are in this corner. If you go here, then you
It's
can
time.
go upstairs. So yeah. But there are a lot of things that I do like. Frank got in under the wire right there. All right. Frank is in. Add Frank to the list. Bessy, count them up and make sure we know how many names we have there. So we have, so I got a couple new Sarissa buildings. So I'm not going to talk about it anymore because we need to do the Dicerama. How many, what am I dealing with here, Bessy? Make sure it's less than 6.
19.
Oh, okay. Whoo, that was close. That was close. Nay, just for you, I'm bringing out the purple dice. The purple. I took a class on building actual stairs. I suppose I could do it in 28 millimeter. Might be fun. Yeah, you know. Yeah, yeah. It could be. Oh, where it stops, nobody knows. Okay. Are we ready to do this, Bessy? Do you want to be the roller this evening? All right. Oh my God. It came right at me. Oh my gosh.
You broke it.
Oh,
Jesus, Mary and Joseph. This is why we can't have nice things.
We can't have nice things.
We can't have nice bullets at all.
We can't have nice things.
Did
you see where it went?
Yeah, it's by the black.
Okay. Yeah. Don't worry. It'll glue back on. All right. So, Bessy, what happens if somebody wins, or when somebody wins? Because we're definitely going to roll somebody.
If and when somebody wins,
yes,
they need to email the pulpalley@gmail.com email or Facebook message.
Oh.
Your physical mailing address and your real name.
Yep.
Because otherwise, I cannot teleport it.
Okay, whatever, I guess. If you win, you have 1 week to provide us your mailing address to claim your prize. You have 1 week to claim your prize. And to do that, all you have to do is send us an email or a message via Facebook Messenger and include your mailing address that we need to send it to, and include your name in case you have some sort of weird alias. All right, Bessy. So the Dicerama this evening is for these 2 sprues of lockers. So you'll have 2 of the big ones and 2 of the little ones. And I like these little things like this. I think it's really cool. What doing? Can't use the alias and safe house address.
No, you can't. Just don't tell me it's a safe house or an alias, and you'll fine.
Yeah, well, we wouldn't know if you wouldn't have mentioned it, sir.
I'm not gonna run a background check on the name.
Now we're gonna have to. Now we're gonna have to run the background.
I don't have the technology.
Well, I know somebody that can take care of that. All right, here we go.
I don't think he'd tell you.
Probably not. All right.
You are not allowed that kind of information.
You got it. Here we go. Here is the number. Here is the dice roll. Stop right there.
Stop.
Boys and girls, if you haven't already, I would really appreciate it. And Bessy would too. If you take a moment right now, make sure you hit the like button for us. If you're not a subscriber,
you ought to be.
Get subscribed to our fun little channel so you don't miss out on any videos. Hit that like button, get subscribed, and stuff like that. Are you ready, Bessy, to reveal the number? Here we go. Pull it up. 13. Count them down.
1, 2,
Who is number 13?
Marty Devine.
Wait. I need to verify. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 is
Marty Divine.
Marty Devine is number 13 on the list. Marty Devine, you need to claim your prize, sir. You
And
need
just
to
so we're
claim.
clear, I can count to 13.
She got lucky that time. She got lucky. She got lucky. So not only have we been doing some of these really cool pieces by Things for the Basement, did you guys see the really cool accessories set that I got from I'll be right back. I'm just gonna run up to Sonic and get something to drink. I'll be right back.
I want something.
What do you want, baby? Anybody want some onion rings? Oh, I am just dropping everything tonight. I'm just dropping everything tonight. Oh my gosh. So again, I thought this might be a set that I could still sneak into the Vice Alley set, um, or the Vice Alley campaign. I thought that might be interesting. So it has like these lantern sort of things here. Those are cool. These are sake barrels, is what they say they are. I don't know. And it's got these cool foo dogs, these kind of stone dog statues. Doesn't that look neat?
Very
I was
neat.
really happy with how that turned out.
Those aren't my favorites, though.
It was. What do you mean?
These ones are my favorite.
The sake barrels?
Yeah, they're fun. They look cute.
You like the sake barrels over the foo dogs?
It's sake.
But these are foo dogs.
But it's sake.
That is ridiculous. Aren't these adorable? I think they are. I don't know. I think it looks prettier in person. I don't know how well it's being
Well,
captured there.
it's focusing on your hand a little
Oh,
more.
oh, oh. I don't know. Anyway, I think they're lovely.
I mean,
And
they're
then
I didn't say they weren't lovely.
and then I got my little Buddha. You know what I mean? My happy little Buddha. Look at him sitting there.
Why do you make everything dirty?
I'm not making it dirty.
You know what
he's
I
not.
mean.
He's not that dirty. He's got a little bit of a little. What are you going on about?
We heard
lady?
the lecherous tone.
I don't even know.
Lecher.
I don't even know what you're going on about. You have a dirty mind. You need to settle down. Anywho, so those are by those are actually by TT Combat. That's who does those.
Oh.
Yeah, TT Combat does those. I'm not normally a fan of TT Combat stuff, but I like those accessories, and they have another set that I hope to get as well. So if I could pick up some for the Pulp Alley store, I'll try and get some extras because I think those are actually worth having.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd like to be able to share some with those. You guys could find them around the interwebs though, but we're gonna try and get them in. Venice stuff is so nice. Mr. Briscasa says. What?
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 So have you guys seen? Oh my gosh, that last game of Vice Alley was crazy. I want to don't tune out yet because I want to talk a little bit about the upcoming games that we have coming for the Vice Alley campaign, and there's some cool stuff. But first, I want to talk a little bit about that crazy game that we had on Sunday. Who was it that was playing on Sunday? We had Nay and Chris Girardi, a 4-hour marathon game. 4-hour
I checked out halfway
marathon. Bessy could only hang for 2 hours. She couldn't hang with the big dogs.
I had
The big dogs. That's like, see, you and I, we're used to 4-hour marathon games. The lightweights, they can't hang. They can't hang with the 4-hour marathon games.
I hang just fine, thank you.
Just don't. Don't embarrass yourself. That was a 4-hour marathon, and she had to bail because she couldn't hang.
I had plans with my mother.
Sure. Telemachus gives us a howdy. That game was a grindy game. That was grindy. That was almost painful. So it also, and it's not the first time that it's gone that way. Um, so when we do a second edition, and I always say this, that just as a heads up, when I say this, take it with a grain of salt, I guess. We hope to update all of our old first edition books and cards to second edition eventually. At the speed we move, it's years in the making to do that, but we hope to get there eventually. So eventually we will update that scenario, and we'll probably do some things to try and curtail that. There are things baked into it to make sure that it doesn't go too long, but
But 4 hours apparently isn't too long.
for long. Yeah, that was just brutal. Now, the flip side of that, get ready for this, because the flip side of that is that David Lowe and Chris, no,
both
David
the
Lowe,
Davids.
both of the Dave. What did you do?
Okay.
Why do you keep clicking?
You're the
on
one with
things?
the hand on the mouse.
Why do
Don't
you keep
blame
clicking
me.
on things?
Don't blame me.
You need
sir.
to stop. Saki makes games more fun, says Charlie. So this Sunday, David Meisner chose to play the heist.
Mhm.
Now, the heist can be a lickety split game of very, very fast. Can be just insanely quick. It could be over in 15 minutes. The heist is a special scenario where you're basically trying to you put your league on the table, and you're trying to gobble up the plot points as quickly as you can, because a new plot point appears every turn. And if you don't, if you ever end a turn and there's still a plot point on the table, then that sets off the alarm and the other player gets to deploy. Before that, before that, the other player doesn't even get to set up on the table. So Dave Meisner chose to play the heist against Dave Lowe.
Mhm.
So Dave Lowe might just get to sit there and watch, but he can, and this is what question that comes up occasionally, he can play cards. So if Dave gets sloppy in what he's doing, he can hit him with distractions. He can hit him with unseen perils, trip ups, yes indeed, parlays, yada yada yada. So they could still try and interfere with it. But if Dave plays the scenario, and I hate saying correctly, but if he gets lucky, I'll say it that way. I guess if he gets lucky, he can go through the entire scenario, plot point after plot point, gobbling them up.
Is he gonna have an extra person?
That's up to David Meisner. I don't know what he has planned.
That could be a toughie with just.
Yes, with just two characters. And as a matter of fact, if he's playing Meathead can't do plot points.
Yeah.
So that means he has one character in his normal league. But he does have network of supporters. So he has a really good chance of getting a good beefy extra character in there. So he could do it. I would rather have Lucky Dave than Good Dave. Oh, okay. Um, but that's going to be interesting. That's going to be interesting. I don't know what we're going to do if it's like a 15-minute scenario, because I mean it could just quite literally go boom, 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 done.
Well, we call it a quickie day.
We call it a quickie. We just do it. We just have a quickie. Nothing wrong with having a quickie once in a while, as far as I'm concerned.
It doesn't always have to be a marathon.
You don't always have to have. It doesn't always have to be long. Sometimes you can have just a short quickie. Okay.
Are you proud of yourself?
Yeah, in general, yes. In general, I'm quite proud of myself. Thank you for asking.
You're welcome.
Current standings, nay, what 5 minutes in Pulp Alley is better than no minutes in Pulp Alley.
That was really nice.
That was. Yay! The good one. Nay, Dorsey has caught up a little bit to Nay. He is now, Nay was really running away with it for a while there. Nay is still ahead, leading the way with 17 influence. Dorsey has 15 influence, 2 points behind. Now, what did I do the video today talking about the Vice Alley campaign and mentioning that sometimes it's better to have the lower influence? There's one thing that's baked into this campaign when you're rolling to see what scenarios are played. You sometimes it's actually better to have the lower influence. But get a load of this, and this is pretty groundbreaking. The scenario after the Meisners, or the scenario after the Daves, the next week, this upcoming Sunday, are the Daves. The Sunday after that is David Meisner and Chris Girardi. David Meisner was the lower of influence, and I rolled, and it was a 1 or a 2 is what I rolled, and that means the higher influence gets to pick the scenario of their choice. Now, Chris Girardi has not revealed what scenario he's going to play, but he now has access to the Queen's Gambit scenario. So if he chooses to play the Queen's Gambit and he plays it on June 18th and he wins, that ends the scenario. I'm sorry, that ends the campaign.
Wow.
The campaign could end on June 18th. If he chooses the Queen's Gambit and he wins the scenario. So that could be huge. Dave Meisner, going up against Dave Meisner as the Spectre. So in that, if he chooses to play Queen's Gambit, then the opponent gets to play the Spectre. He won't play, Dave Meisner won't play his own league. Instead, he will play as the Spectre. The Spectre is an epic level character. Look in Vice Alley, you'll see his stats. He is built to survive, a tornado. And Dave Meisner has played him several times. He has a pretty good idea how to keep the Spectre alive. So that will be a tough challenge, I think, either way, if Chris Girardi goes for it. But he could win the scenario on the 18th. I suspect, I don't know Chris to ever back down on stuff like that. Chris Girardi is not called Chris Girardi for nothing. He is the big Chris. So I think I think he hasn't told me for certain yet, but I suspect he's going to take on the Queen's Gambit. All right, sweet dear, and all of you sweet dears out there.
Oh, you sweet dears.
Oh, you sweet dears.
All 19 of you.
All 19 of you. That's it for now. What do you guys think about winning the or having a chance to win the little extra sprues? Is that cool? Is that something you'd like? Because I have a couple extra down the road if you guys think that this was fun. Be sure and leave a comment. Come back to this. When you hurry, that's when accidents happen. That is true. That was cool. And they says she likes that. Yep, liked it. Good. Well, you won, Marty. I think there was a fix in. I like
what happens between me and Marty stays between me and Marty.
All right. Scout's honor. All right, boys and girls, thank you so much for your time. We will see you next time. Bessy, play us out of here. Bessy. Dave.